Got some rain today. First rain that we've had since we got these chickens in this new coop. This is the chicken run. This is the hen house. And we were kind of interested to see how dry it would stay in here. And it stayed pretty dry. Around the edges, obviously, it's wet, but like sort of right here in all this area is bone dry. I mean, the water never touched it. But as you get closer to the edge, and some of them over there eating, that's where we have the food station all set up over there, completely dry and protected from the elements. So they're over there eating. I think one of them just jumped onto the back of my chair. I got a chicken right behind me, don't I? She's right behind me, isn't she? They're curious. They're young still. They haven't started laying eggs yet. I found out, I did some research on perches, on chicken perches that they like to sort of sit on and roost on. And it turns out they like square better than round. You know, like we have this one over here. Oh, look, she's on it. There's one of them on it. But that one's very round, and she has a little bit of a hard time keeping her grip there because it's so smooth. So I might go out and get some what do you call it? 2x2s or something. Put them out here for them to roost on instead. They love to roost. There are 6 chickens out here, by the way. I know I've been moving the camera around a lot. It's hard to keep track of them all, but there are 6. This one wanted to come over and say hello. Hello, hen. Henrietta. I don't name them. The wife does sometimes, but I tell you, these particular hens look so similar that it's almost pointless to... Now, there are these little bands that you can get to put around their legs, which I might look into. That way you could tell them apart. Colored bands, you know, like purple and green and yellow and orange. So, maybe. We'll see. They're just having a good old time out here, though. They're dry. It's not too cold out here. They got plenty to eat, plenty to drink. Everything's nice and clean out here for them. 2 things about chickens. They poop all the time, and they poop everywhere. Now this one over here is checking out those freeze-dried mealworms, pecking at the container. I threw a few out earlier. Let me see, maybe I can give them some more. Oh, let me give them some more. They love these things, man. Freeze-dried mealworms. Don't these look yummy? Here, see if I can give her some. There. Here, you have some too. Maybe I wonder if they would eat it out of my hand. Try to. This will be the first time that these chickens have ever eaten out of my hand. If they do, unless they're too scared, I don't know. There you go. Here's a brave one. And don't worry about a chicken's peck. They're really not very... They don't hurt. So these chickens are new to me, and I'm new to them. So they're still getting used to me. Y'all want some of these? Here. Eat some of these worms. There you go. They're picking around my toes. That's funny. I had determined earlier which one was the biggest one, but I don't really know who that is now. I think maybe it's her. but they're all from the same litter, from the same mama, I believe. They go right after them when my hand's not in the picture. They're not scared. I'm gonna give them a little bit more. Here. Come on, it's just more food. Don't be scared. Who's gonna be the brave one? Come on. What do they say? Don't peck the hand that feeds you, unless that hand is holding the food. These are very crunchy. They're freeze-dried. They have absolutely no moisture in them. They're 99.9% moisture free, so they're like crunchy little crackers to them. They just turn into dust. They seem to be pretty gentle, pretty friendly. I don't know why this one keeps picking at my toes. Yeah, I got 6 chickens. I can't remember. I can never remember what these are called. Something Sex Link is the type. They're very, very hardy layers. They're a no-frills chicken. For somebody who just wants chickens in their backyard to have some eggs, this is the kind you get right here. No special needs. They're not particularly ornamental or anything. I mean, I do like the white ring around their neck. It's kind of cool. There's this funny story. One time, one batch of chickens we had, this is probably about 4 years ago, and I was out in the chicken pen just doing my daily maintenance and cleaning and stuff and feeding them. And I had bent down there to just kind of say hi to them and hang out with them. And one of the chickens jumped up and plucked my contact lens right out of my eye. It's kind of weird. I'm glad I was wearing a contact lens, because if he'd have plucked my eye and I wasn't wearing a contact lens, he could have got my eye. Let me see. What are you? You're banging at the... He's pecking at the worms container I'm holding here. We want some more of them worms, man. But these are just a treat, you know. They have their... See, I keep their food here. Here's some... Push these down here. Just hear that rain? None of it's getting me. I'm staying bone dry in this chicken coop. It's awesome. What was I saying? So they normally eat pellets, which I keep in here. This is their food. There's 100 pounds, or maybe like 85 pounds now of 50-50 mixture of pellets, layer pellets, and chicken scratch feed. And then they eat over there. Their feeders over there. Completely out of the elements. I'm going to have to keep an eye out now for rats and mice, because there's almost nothing you can do to avoid that, because you have chicken feed just sitting out in the open like that, you know. So once mice or rats get wind of it, and they know there's a steady food supply there, they are going to come in. And you're just going to have to set out. You don't want to use poisons because, well, you know, other animals eat. You know, if you get a cat or a hawk or any kind of bird of prey or anything that eats a mouse that you've poisoned, they are definitely going to get poisoned too. And they're going to die. So we try to choose the non-poisonous. Just to use the old-fashioned little snap mouse traps, found to be the best. I also have a catch-alive trap But if I ever caught any mice or rats alive, they wouldn't be alive for long. I'm not going to go and release them anywhere. They're vermin. They're a nuisance animal. So what I could do, the mice, believe it or not, if you kill the mice and then throw them in here, the chickens will eat them. So how's that for justice? I don't know if these chickens are quite big enough to eat a full-grown mouse yet, though. It might need to be frozen and cut in half or something. I don't know. So I swore up and down that I would never have chickens again. And guess what? I got chickens again. But, you know, I'm just trying a different approach this time. We're not going with as many chickens. We have this really nice new streamlined chicken coop. And just going to try things on a much smaller scale. Keep everything neat and tidy. Do everything right. And it shouldn't be too much. Just feeding 6 chickens shouldn't be too big of a burden financially as far as buying their feed. They're going to go through it a lot. I mean, before we had like 12 or 13 chickens, 2 ducks, a turkey. A turkey alone eats about as much as 5 chickens does in one day. So no more turkeys, no more ducks, just chickens and dogs and cats, and that's it. Trying to, you know, like I said, they're a little skittish. They're not used to me, but I figure if I try every day to sort of give them some time with my hands, they might get used to them and not be so freaked out. So, you know, eventually the chickens, they can grow to love people and just run right up to you, and they want you to pet them, you know. They know you're not going to hurt them. These are not going to be meat chickens. That is way too much of a hassle. It would have to be a real apocalypse for these to end up being meat chickens, because that is just so much work. I mean, you can go and get a whole awesome, delicious rotisserie cooked chicken from Costco for $5. I mean, compare that to the price of, unless you're raising chickens on a huge scale, commercial size operation, you're losing money, not saving any. I wish I could. It's hard to. I'm holding the phone with one hand, and I have my one free hand. It's hard to pick one. You can't pick one up with just one hand, though. Especially these skittish girls. Let's see. Every now and then, though, one of them will let me just sort of pet it. They're still getting used to me. Oh man. Okay. So today's Monday. It's rainy. It's rainy. It's not raining. It's just rainy outside. It comes and goes all day long. There's like scattered showers drifting over our area. It's supposed to rain all week long, which I'm totally bummed about, because we love hanging out in our backyard. I could put this down here more at their level. Oh. Whoops. There we go. Chicken cam. That's chicken cam, y'all. So if you ever thought about getting chickens and you don't know where to start, or if you have any questions or anything, let me know. This is our 9th, I think this is our 9th year with chickens. I think we started in 2011 or 12 or something. We took a year and a half off. Our neighbors are burning wood. It smells awesome. They got like a wood burning burn barrel or something. It smells great. Love it. Love that smell. They're a little curious about the camera. See? That one there just... See? That one's pecking the camera. That is... that is truly chicken cam right there. Just saying hi. Just saying hi to everybody watching live. Peck. Peck, peck. They're attracted to anything different and shiny. Alright, I guess I'll go ahead and end this now. Thanks for hanging out. Feel free to rewatch this anytime.